Pausing music, let's go. Get ourselves a game of Dota 2. Diego, move. Thank you. Good evening and welcome to game number 2 of the 4PL Cup. Number 14 already for the 4PL Cup, and we are finding ourselves in the finals. And like I said, game number 2, we as Asian were the ones that picked up game number 1. And we're gonna see if Freedom of the Actions can force out a game number 3, or if we as Asian take home the winner takes it all prize in the second game. The winner takes it all prize of 400 euros, not to be confused with dollars, because euros is worth a bit more than dollars. And let's see how they are going to do that. They are not going to do that by having a Bed Rider or a Templar Assassin or a Darkseer or a Bounty Hunter. And we are going to see the first pickup, and it is going to be a Undying, so a nice one. Nice one picked up. I like Undying because he makes for aggressive lanes, because Undying is a hero that is his strength is like early and mid game. He needs to get those early aggression up and to get his decay up and spam it out and then get kills with that. That is his strength. Be annoying. Early pushes with his tombstone. With the first pick of We as Asian, looks like we're going to have a total different game than the one we had before this one. Windrun being picked up as well by We as Asian, just a solid offlaner at that. And let's see what Freedom of the Actions is now going to pick up. Are we going to see a Keeper of the Light again? Going for an ultra aggressive trial lane with maybe a Keeper of the Light and a Phantom Assassin? Maybe? No? Perhaps. Perhaps. Let's see though. They are taking their time. They are the ones that pick up the Jakiro. We also have the Rubik still in the pool, by the way, I just noticed. But Jakiro, of course, is a port that we see basically every single game. And we will see him on the side of Freedom of the Actions. And they will be running that as a support. Probably gonna be having a trialing with that. I don't know. Undying sometimes is the one to take the farm, but sometimes is also the semi-support on a trial lane. But we'll find out. He is very good in an aggressive trial lane as well, so maybe we're going to see that from them again, as they did do it in the previous game. It did not really work out for them though. Weren't able to take the advantage on the lane with the trial lane that they had on the long lane solo. And let's see, last one picked up by Freedom of the Actions. They're taking into more bonus time. 50 seconds left for them. All the bonus time that they have left, as their opponents are still sitting on their full 1.5 minutes. And well, time ticking. Are they going to be securing a long lane solo? That could be the case. Bounty Hunter, of course, is already out of the picture, but there's a lot of solo lanes left. Queen of Pain, of course, also still in the pool. They could also go for. There are so many options. I cannot even mention them. Like, this is really not to be predicted. Chaos Knight's going to be the pickup, and that's going to be probably a dual lane with a Jakiro. Still could be Undying. That's going to be the solo lane. We have seen that as well, as he is a hero that can fulfill multiple roles. Could also still be a trailer, but we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. And let's see. The last pickup before the next banning phase for We as Asian. Are they going to be using their bonus time? Or maybe they were aiming on picking up the Chaos Knight, and now it's got denied by Freedom of the Actions. Because Chaos Knight Wisp is of course a strong combination, and if you now don't pick up your combination with the Wisp, it will be banned out. And it is Sven that will be picked up. Sven, the very aggressive, nice, stunning hero that I do like to be making a comeback. I hope he has a nice outfit, because there's a lot of nice heroes available on this Sven. Sorry, I drift off. Anyway, Rubik still being banned out for the first ban for Freedom of the Actions. And We as Asian are thinking about their ban. You have to think like, okay, you know, what does Freedom of the Actions still need? They could be running this as a trial lane. They still definitely need a solo mid. That's the one that you can guaranteed still need for the lineup for Freedom of the Actions, because they already got their potential solo lane. They got a potential trial lane. They got a potential dual lane. So the only thing left to ban is either jungle heroes or mid laners, and they choose to go for at least the one mid laner. Queen of Pain banned out, and for Freedom of the Actions, their choices are basically the same. They know that Wisp and Sven are going to be together. They know that Windrunner is going to be their solo lane. And they are wanting to ban out maybe some more solo lanes, as they ban out the Broodmother. Actually, I was not expecting that one. Maybe just because they are not willing to fight against him. We're gonna see a Tidehunter being banned out by WhA Asian. Of course, Tidehunter was a solo lane for Freedom of the Actions in the previous game. And last ban incoming for the Irradiant side. Where is it? Sorry, I was talking to the cat. I always talk a bit different to the cat than I talk to the microphone. And he noticed that because he just gave me a head bump. As in a cute way, that is. And we have got ourselves a Leshrac ban out. Of course, if you're gonna be running a trial with the Sven and the Wisp, something really annoying that you can do is the Leshrac. Of course, Alina is one as well. That could be, it's basically the same principle. Nice follow-up Sun on the Sun from the Sven, and a lot of burst damage coming from both as well. So that is the Sven not being able to be paired up with the Leshrac this time. Will be Alina still? We will find out sooner or later. With the last ban incoming from WhA Asian. Let's see it. And still they have not used a single second in their bonus time yet. And Lone Druid will be the ban out for them. And now the first pickup, Freedom of the Actions. Keeper of the Light is gonna be the word. And that is looking to be 2 dual lanes. I did mention the Keeper of the Light earlier on, because Undying Keeper of the Light is just a strong combination. We might actually see Undying Keeper of the Light bottom with the Jakiro Chaos Knight mid, and then just still a solo long lane. There's still, like I said, a lot of solo long lanes in the pool. But we'll have to find out. There's a lot of options for them actually, because Keeper of Light as well as Undying, both of those we have seen on a solo lane before. And it might actually be Undying solo laning with Keeper of Light in a tri lane with the Jakiro and the Chaos Knight. There's just a lot of options for this one. And reserve time now for the first time for WhA Asian. What do they want to pick up? How are they expecting Freedom of the Actions to be laning? They pick up the Venomancer, so that's going to be a tri-lane. Wisp, Sven, Venomancer with the last pickup still to be done. And that's going to be their mid laner. And there's of course still a lot of mid lane heroes in the pool. As secretly I'm hoping for something like a Night Stalker, but that's probably not going to happen. Probably going to be more something like maybe a Shadow Fiend even, or something like that. Will all depend on last pickup for Freedom of the Actions, as that might be going to be a long lane solo or a mid lane. There's still so many options. That is hard to predict. It could still even be a jungle hero. No, it's gonna be a Shadow Shaman, and I secretly hope he is gonna be a solo mid hero, because I love a solo mid Shadow Shaman. He can be very aggressive, can make big plays. He's a hero that definitely needs those levels. Yes, he is useful as a support as well, having his shackle, having his hex, having a bit of burst damage, but levels are what makes him really powerful. And if he's leveling faster than others, that Ether Shock is so gonna hurt, and the disables are gonna be out of the world, and it will just be really annoying for WhA Asian to fight against that one. But if it's gonna happen, we won't find out just yet. And we will see what WhA Asian has in store for us for their last pickup. Like we already know, they still have a lot of time in their bonus time, so they are able to just think about this one. Even if they already know what hero they're going to be picking up, they could just use their time to decide how the opponent is going to lane it, and then how they're going to be laning it in return. So let's just find out sooner rather than later. They need kind of a solo lane, unless they want to go for 2 dual lanes with the Sven Wisp solo lane or dual lane, and a Venomancer and something else dual lane, and then a Windrunner just as a solo lane. Especially if they are expecting a dual lane to be in the mid lane for Freedom of the Actions. That could be a good call for WhA Asian, but we'll find out. There's, like I said, a lot of possibilities, and it will just come off from what they expect the opponents to be doing, rather than what I expect the opponents or both of these teams to be doing. And let's see, though, 30 seconds left, and there's gonna be a disruptor, so another support. Wow, how are they gonna lane this? Actually, no, Crit will pick up the disruptor. I have seen, and I hope you too, we have seen Disruptor being played as solo mid from Dendy. We have seen it before as well, earlier on. It is an interesting hero to watch solo mid, that's for sure. And it can also be a hero that is very dangerous with levels. But let's see who is going to be playing what. We have Stels playing the Shadow Shaman. We have Prepare for Battle playing the Undying, and Stealth actually picked up in the middle of Intelligence and will be going, not a support. Happy times for me. It's gonna be KPO Boktok playing the Jakiro. We're gonna have Nivilium playing the Chaos Knight. I still like that name. I wish I pronounced it properly. I hope I pronounced it properly. Nivilium. Yeah, it's nice. And we're gonna have WhA playing the Keeper of the Light, and I think that is everybody. Did I go for everybody already? Was it already 5? Looks like it is. Shadow Shaman is actually going to be solo laning, but then bottom with a dual lane mid with the Keeper of, or with the Jakiro as well as the Chaos Knight, and the Keeper of the Light together with the Undying probably top then as a dual lane. So that will be the case for this game so far. We have got WhA again trying to roam around. Luckily for them, or luckily for Fota, sorry, they weren't there this time. Of course, in game number 1 they lost to 2 heroes. 3 even, with one of them being denied, of course, in that early game. As we have a nice outfit on Crydasia's Windrunner Crydasia, who is of course a long lane solo for the for WhA, and he's going to be going to indeed to the bottom lane. It's going to be the mid lane that's going to be going towards the Disruptor as expected. Crit will be taking up that role. We'll have RMC, or now called Sheever, playing the Venomancer. Has got a Gale, of course, as his first item and or first skill point, and has been warding a bit, so that's why he's missing a bit of gold there. Wisp is gonna be played by Hip Hop Not Pop, called Noob in this occasion, and we have got Unicorn playing the Sven, and he'll be going, of course, top. Will be supported by the Wisp and the Venomancer, so that's gonna be the case. Disruptor solo mid, solo lane for Windrunner, who played a sentry ward here rather than a normal ward. And I didn't find out any Radiant ward though, because both of the wards that Radiant has placed are on the top lane, and we'll just scout those out. Doesn't block this pool. It's interesting to note that they did use wards, but they opted not to go for the blocking of the creep camp, which is now getting stacked. So we'll pull the lane back in a moment when the stack actually happens. Shadow Shaman will be getting some free golden experience here, with the Windrunner not able to do that much, even though she did manage to pull a whole creep lane back here. But the creep wave will still meet, and we'll be giving some last hits to Shadow Shaman. We have to keep an eye on the Shadow Shaman because it's going to be good, it's going to be fun, as we have a gank already going on, and the kill already happens, and this is already a first blood. It's crit that goes down and dive too deep, and the dual lane definitely working out. Ice Path, Reality Rift, Chaos Bolt, all that it took, and that is the first blood going the way of the tower, because that was the one that got the last hit, but also going the way of the Radiant team, as he's going to continue with his harassment now. As we see also already these creeps there, of course. Well, I found it a bit awkward that they didn't have a ward here, but if you have an Illuminate blasting through, we have a pause. If you have an Illuminate blasting through, I mean, you really don't have to worry too much about it, because you can just kill the entire creep wave and then you're done, and you will actually end up pushing the lane with this. So a good one for the Radiant team there, as the lane will be pushed towards their tower, and there we have a go again. It was Stealth that needed a couple of minutes. He well, didn't miss a last hit for that. I guess he is gonna miss that one though. Ether Shock, look at that harassment already being done. This is a Shadow Shaman solo for you, aggressive Shadow Shaman. Like I said, I'm a fan. What can I say? What can I say? Blocked. Blocked. Okay, thank you, Shadow Shaman, for your contribution to this cast. As we have Chaos Knight roaming up the hill, he finds himself a Disruptor that blocked the creep camp slightly, so that the wards, well, the creeps here will be killed off fast, and they will actually push out again. And he will actually be able to get some experience here unless he gets dived. There is the kinetic field as well, though, but Disruptor will be going down here. Dual Breath going through, double damage rune on Jakiro. Whoa, that's a bottle charge that's gonna be going towards Chaos Knight. The Thunderstrike did not do enough to kill off this Keeper of the... Sorry, wow. Heh. It's a Chaos Knight, it's a kill of the Chaos Knight. I almost said Keeper of the Light, it's also a K. And it's actually this Disruptor that decides, you know what? Screw that middle lane. I'll help kill off the Shadow Shaman. And he's gonna come here from the side. He's gonna be, or is he? He's gonna be going the long way around. He really doesn't want to be seen. And this might end badly for the Shadow Shaman. Level 3 on him, and here he comes. There's the Thunderstrike. Kinetic field as well. Right clicks to go. Power shot, one more, and it's Disruptor that picks up the kill. Ether Shock still doing a lot of damage to Crydasia, but he has Tango still. And that's a quick kill pickup for Crit, as he just made sure that he at least wasn't useless in this game so far. And we have got the Undying in the meantime, farming on the top lane. Haven't looked at him just yet. He's got 14 last hits for 1, with the Sven being able to pick up 15 to 1, so still very even here. Traveling forces dual lane though. And if they are going to go on this, I mean, there's going to be a stun from the Sven. Of course, the Undying it has that name for a reason. He might actually not be dying from the combination, but if Keeper of the Light moves too far forward, and we see his positioning, he is being so careful, because if he's moving too far forward, there will be a stun, there will be an extra stun follow-up from the Tether, from the Wisp, and the Gale, and he is as good as that, because he doesn't have that much HP to survive, even though, of course, the Undying can try to heal him, but I don't think that will be enough. And we have got Shadow Shaman picking up the Windrunner, this time with the help of the Jakiro. He is very low on life though, does have a bottle, does have also a salve, and does have 500 gold, as well as he will pop his salve and probably buy boots at the side shop if he wants to have those. We have a rotation coming off. Venomancer not going to be able to pick up the rune because the invisibility rune went to the Keeper of Light. It's going to be going back to the top lane. Crit being shut down here in the middle lane, and what we see now is something that we didn't see in game number 1. This time the lanes are going to be in favor of the Radiant side. I believe Fota definitely having the better start of the game. Shadow Shaman last hit 19 for 7, Windrunner 17 for 5, so very even still, and both of them dying once, so that's quite even actually. Crit actually standing at ready to try and kill off the Shadow Shaman again. He has a glimpse, he's got level 3 Thunderstrike and a kinetic field. If they can catch him, it will be death. Shadow Shaman is not that high HP hero. He does have level 6 now, however. We have Undying picking up the Wisp, action going all around. Wow, why does this happen when I'm not watching? Sven and Wisp going down, and this is Undying for you. He will be able to just survive that, heal himself. Tombstone doing so much damage, and that is a 2 for 0 kill, as we are again going towards the bottom lane, because this is going to turn into a gank. Will there be a glimpse? Will they get in range for the glimpse? One more right click, and that is not going to be in range for the glimpse. Only level 1 glimpse. He's already backing out again, as we have got the Jakiro standing there, very odd, thinking he might be able to catch someone out of position. He wanted to catch the Venomancer actually there. He sees him, and now he was gonna try to go for him still. And hello, there you are. And that is gonna be an ice pet. Doesn't hit though, and that is the Wisp still going into the ice pet. Gale hits on the Jakiro. Spirits flying through. Is there gonna be more? There's a dual breath on the Jakiro if he wants to use it. Does want to use it. At least something they can throw along, and the Illuminate going through. At least he will be staying alive, or will he? Yes, he will, and he picks up Haste Rune if he wants to. Chaos Knight does it instead, and he's just gonna go home to heal up. No kills on the top lane, of course. The moment that I look there, there's nothing happening. Anyway, Shadow Shaman, 600 gold right now. Did pick up boots. Got a kill, got 1 death. Windrunner got an assist, got 1 death. 27 to 6 last hits on her with the Shadow Shaman, 26 for 9. Still very even, and Windrunner actually walking all the way to base. It's got face boots and is probably gonna go back for mana purposes. She did pick up 2 TP scrolls, so we'll be back fairly shortly. Or maybe she just doesn't want to be here right now, and well, doesn't want to be on this side out of fear of getting ganked, and decided just to move back because she couldn't do anything anyway. She let's see where she's gonna TP to. Is she gonna be going back bottom, or is she gonna help out top perhaps, with Undying still getting now level 6? Wisp still level 4. Sven of course also dying once. He is level 5, and Windrunner actually moving towards the middle lane. Chaos Knight of course also still a very powerful source on the side of Fota. And a TP incoming from the Jakiro again, so he's no longer alone, and we see instantly Nivilium looking for a way in. Venomancer coming in though, lands a Gale up on this Chaos Knight. There's a nice pet, latches on the Windrunner, nice job, dual breath going through as well. Shackle was not latching, and that is not a successful initiation for the Dire team, as Credasia instantly moves towards the bottom lane. Bottom lane where, of course, Shadow Shaman now, with the time given, has been getting some free farm, and has made the best of that one. As Sven getting harassed here. Lands on the Undying though. Is there going to be anything else? No. Wisp knows that he cannot go there. He is staying way out of range from that Undying, and better so also, because otherwise he might be having the chance to get picked off. Look at this. Awards from both teams there, so they saw him standing there, and he's being, of course, very careful with Courier, Bottle Crowed there to make sure that Crit has a full bottle once again. Level 6 on him, up on him right now again, as well as we have got Chaos Knight coming in. Is there going to be a Reality Rift? No, he walks back in time, of course, knowing that there is a ward there. Kinetic Field's going to lock him out, and the rune if it's bottom. which it is gonna be going towards the Disruptor as a tier 1 tower here dropped, but it comes at a price. Well, actually the price was extra, like reward for taking down the tower, also getting the kill on the Windrunner. Of course the wards were used for that one, and that is a quick kill for the Shadow Shaman. He does have to go back because he's now out of mana and doesn't have really that much regen, so might as well just go back and decide to push a different lane instead. And they realized there was a ward, so they counter warded instantly. Nice job, and they're gonna find oh, Glimpse back inside the kinetic fields. There's gonna be more. Thunderstrike does hit on the Chaos Knight. Gonna take a lot of damage there. Walks through the Static Storm as well, and will be going down. The deny was attempted, but not successful, and that's Chaos Knight going down for the first time this game. And the Power Shot will clear off the creeps, and they might try to get this tier 1 tower right now. Are they gonna do it though? I mean, there's a Jakiro close by. He's only level 5, so doesn't have a Macro Pyre just yet. Fortification is actually going to be used, so that should be enough to stop the push from happening. In the meantime, top lane is going to be pushed into the tier 1 tower as well, but nobody trying to do anything here. They're sticking back. They don't want to risk it. They already died once, both of them. Ice Path is going to latch on the Disruptors. There's going to be more. Dual Breath as well. Real's ripped in. There's a 4-second stun, and that's a kill. Shadow Shaman, Aether Shock saving the day. And like I said, he's going to be trying to go for new towers. He finds the mid tower. He has the wards waiting for the creep wave. The new creep wave, that is, because that one creep is just nothing. And they will take down the creeps here and make sure that this entire creep wave can be used to push the tower. Aether Shock going down, and that is going to be this tower probably dropping here with the amount of damage that's going to come out from the wards as well. As actually no liquid fire just yet, and this is Jakiro, something that you might want to have when you're starting to push down towers a bit. And right clicks, bam, yeah, tower dead. Nobody incoming to defend it either. There's 3 people now on the top lane again. Of course, Wisp is still around there, but the Wisp still level 5, so not able to TP Sven all over the map. That's of course the time when WhA wants to start and shine. Just when Sven is level 8, maybe, at least when Wisp is level 6. TP tried to take down the Shadow Shaman. That's probably the easiest target because he is alone a lot, and yes, he has got that disable, but if you're there with Sven and Wisp, you have the double disable and you should be able to just kill off the Shadow Shaman, no problems. Shadow Shaman, however, he is gonna be going for the well, semi-typical build for a solo Shadow Shaman. Oh, Realm's Drift doesn't hit. Kinetic Field being placed. Thunderstrike there as well. Chaos Knight running himself away. Gets Glimpse back though inside the Static Storm. Shackle is gonna ledge as well. Power Shot misses, but that doesn't matter. Windrunner just picks the kill up. Ice Path didn't do that much anymore. Actually, Gale coming in from the side. Jakiro in a lot of trouble. Still lands a Macropyre, but that doesn't do anything. Ice Path doesn't do anything either. It does look cool, but it's not enough. Windrunner double kill. Croatia making sure that he at least gets 2 kills for himself right now. After not having any kills before. Shadow Shaman though now having to back off again, knowing that people would come for him if he continued going here. A lot of damage already done to the tier 2 tower here, as the tier 1 on the top lane might be having some trouble. Still decay on the Sven, popping him extra low. He does have a salve up, so will be getting some HP back. There is a Tombstone up. There is an Illuminate that can go through any time because the Spirit Form is up, but there's 3 people wanting to defend this, and Wisp almost level 6. I'm really curious if they can turn this around. 4 heroes, 5 heroes on the top lane, all from Fota, and they want to take down this tower and take down any hero that's still hanging around there, like the Wisp. Are they gonna find him though? That's a question. Shadow Shaman blinks in, and is he gonna find it? Yes, he is. Hello, and that is the Shackle, Aether Shock, right clicks, Ice Path, another Shackle, Illuminate, bam, you're dead. Quick kill. Keeper of Light actually picks up the last hit. And that is the Blink Dagger up. I was gonna say like the old-fashioned solo mid Shadow Shaman build. Blink Dagger, BKB, and that is a Shadow Shaman. That is the aggressive Shadow Shaman that I like to see. As we have the last tier 1 tower going down on the side of WhA, the team that was so dominant in game number 1, not able to pull the lanes together for game number 2. Are they gonna be able to pull the mid game though? That is the question. The mid game in which they need to have this combination showing the Wisp and the Sven. That is their strength, that is their tactic. Glimpse back inside the kinetic field for the Jakiro, who ledges an Ice Path, gets stunned though. Spirit still hitting as well, blink in. Shackle, War Trap on Noob will be going down. Hip Hop Not Pop going down. Crit going down here as well by the Undying. And this is starting to look bad for WhA Asian. And now Sven on the run again. The tier 2 tower will drop. The wards are unfortunately, of course, not in range of the tower, but you know what? Who cares? They can just take it down on their own. And they shall as well. 1300 gold already up on the Shadow Shaman. Undying in the meantime. 1k gold up on him. Let's put up the net worth because that's a bit more interesting right now than anything else. TP out from the Chaos Knight, who's going to be continuing to farm on the bottom lane. Tower goes down. Undying picking up the last hit. Keeper of Light building towards a mechanism. Pipe completed up on the Undying. The first Ogre Club, sorry, being picked up by the Shaman. He looks like an axe, so, you know, Club axe. And that will be Shadow Shaman building, of course. This BKB, first step there. And Jakiro, the one who has died once now only. I'm quite surprised to see that. Thought he had died more, actually, in my head. Well, anyway, he's only died once. He's had 6 assists from the 10 kills that have been done so far. And he has got a magic wand and boots. He's a happy camper. With Keeper of Light, of course, also a happy camper. He hasn't died yet a single time. Has even got 2 kills for himself. Got 2 assists and got himself a mechanism. And Disruptor is gonna defend bottom lane where the Chaos Knight was farming there a bit, and now everybody of the Radiant side is gathering up in the mid lane again, with also Chaos Knight roaming there, wanting to be there. He's level 9, of course. He's ready to join fights. He's got 1200 gold and will probably be going for BKB as well. As of course that's the thing that you can do if you're gonna get a Rasp with a Wisp TP that he has, by the way, and the Sven, then you can at least just pop your BKB and turn it around. No stuns for you, which will mean that Wisp and the Sven are just well, not completely useless, because Wisp last hits still hurt quite a lot. But is it gonna be enough without the stuns? That remains to be seen. Hand of Midas up on the Sven in the meantime, as we have them trying to pressure down the tier 1 tower slightly. We have Chaos Knight, of course, roaming now towards this lane with the Reality Rift in. 2 seconds down, TP and Shadow Shaman, Shackle Axe. Well, not even Shackle needed. Is the Chaos Knight that picks up the kill. Blink in. Shackle, Wisp cannot TP out. Is there gonna be more? Where is the Chaos Knight? He has to be here. Is there gonna be another Ether Shock? Yes, there is. We'll be doing a lot of damage, but he'll try to get elastic with it. Actually, no. That's a double damage crit. That is so painful. Wisp going down. And that is WhA Asian at the back foot. 7,500 gold in favor of the Radiant team. Fota, freedom of the actions. Undying picking up the kill on the Venomancer that was supporting on the mid lane here. We have got 3,000 experience in favor of Fota, which is actually not that much if you think about it, but that's because Fota has been going around together most of the time for the last 5 minutes now, making sure that they get the towers, they get the kills. But not necessarily spreading the experience on the entire map that much. Jakiro going back to base. He got very low from that aggression going from the Venomancer. Probably Venomancer used his ulti. Actually, no, he didn't, because he's not even level 6. Okay, that is painful. Wisp and Sven still not having TP'd somewhere. They could now try to go top, though. It is a Shadow Shaman that's by himself top, and he just walked past the ward. They know that he's there by himself. The question is, can they take him down? He is pretty farmed. But they're gonna go anyway, but they're gonna walk rather than, yeah, now he's TPing out, too late now. But yeah, he's pretty farmed, but with the amount of disable that they had, maybe it would have been enough, but they're not even, they wouldn't risk it. And now BKB almost up. He does have now the Minthor Hammer as well, just need 1k gold, and with this tower going down, which it probably will soon, because the pressure here in the mid lane continues, you probably won't have to wait that much longer anymore. Tombstone is up again if they really want to go for that. Wait, wow! By Disruptor. Phantasm being used to kill off that one. The Haste Rune, of course, also up on the Chaos Knight. That hurts a lot, and we jump ourselves back to the mid lane, because that's where 4 heroes are off Fota. And we do have the wards up on the Shadow Shaman if he wants to use them. He actually blinks away, not wanting to get hit by anything. But he's wanted to wait, of course, for a better creep wave to be placing his wards at, because otherwise his wards will get attacked by the tower instantly again, and that's not really ideal. Chaos Knight's gonna continue farming on the top lane. TP's there. Still Wisp and Sven hanging around together, but still not going anywhere. Sven even not on full HP anymore. Has got 10 stick charges though, but so far not TPing just yet. Venomancer wards are, of course, continuously being placed here to defend this lane. It will mean that they're being stuck here, but not able to do anything else but defending. They will get some last hits there, but it's of course not ideal at all. Level 5 still on the Venomancer, and that just shows how not ideal it is. And now Wisp comes back here towards the mid lane as well as the Sven, or at least hanging close by. 5 heroes in the mid lane for Fota. Let's see if something is going to be accomplished here. We have actually Wisp and Sven going away from the front. Doesn't want to go into back. Too risky. Pipe up on the Radiant side, and the tower is gonna get going down probably. There is no really defense, not really any defense. There is a fortification up, but they don't really want to use it. It's not worth it. It would go down anyway, and they rotate the last tower, tier 2 tower standing on the map on the side of WhA. This is their target, already down very low. They need to pick up the creep wave though, because that is pretty far behind, but then again they have got a lot of burst, so they can just take it out, and the blink dagger on Shadow Shaman is just continuously being used. Did I mention yet that I like to see this kind of Shadow Shamans? If not, that I do it now. And this will be tier 2 tower probably also going down, but they have got a fortification. If they want to fight it, they could, but they will not win right now. The difference is too big. Their solution is to fight when the Radiant team is trying to fight uphill. Inside towards the tier 3 towers, because then you're at a bit of a disadvantage, and you can just bang your heads against a stone wall and just not being able to go in and actually give your enemy that gold from killing you. That's really not really ideal. But the other thing that you can do is just keep your advantage going and go for Roshan. They are gonna give away 2 towers though. Tier 1 tower mid goes down, tier 1 tower top goes down. This is not ideal. They should probably defend this and actually TP incoming. Tower still goes down though, and the tower top goes down as well. And the Roche goes down, but is that worth it? Is that worth it? BKB completed up on the Chaos Knight. Shadow Shaman probably has his also, if it is in the donkey right now. It is in the donkey right now. And that is gonna be going towards the Keeper of the Light by the looks of it. Yes, there it is. But I don't know if that's worth losing 2 towers for. You just gave your opponent 400 gold each, and that is just a lot of gold. And we see instantly the gold graph dropping a bit. It's not what you want. This is a very crucial state of the game. Like, there's a lot of pushing strategies that just run ashore right here, and that's because of what I just said. The danger is when you think like, you know what, oh, this pushing goes easy, let's just start pushing on the tier 3 towers because we have the advantage anyway. It could go wrong very easy, and especially if you have WhA there. They have got a power shot, a static storm, thunderstrike, venomancer wards, a lot of counter push abilities. So if you start to push against a tier 3 tower, you have a chance that you're losing a lot of your time, a lot of your gold, a lot of your experience. Versus only a couple heroes, while Sven, for example, could still be farming together with a Wisp. And make sure that if there is a fight, they can TP there. And if there is a fight, there's probably going to be a fight where you're at a disadvantage because of the amount of damage that's already done to you while pushing out, because of the positioning with the uphill battle, literally, like up the hill, up the stairs, that is. It is a really dangerous situation, and how many games haven't we seen where the pushing strategies just didn't work out, and it ended up getting too late, and too late for the pushing strat to still work. Now, having said that, I of course know that there's a Chaos Knight on this Radiant side, and the Chaos Knight is a fairly decent hero late game as well, so they do have some insurance being there. Drums up on the Jakiro. Let's see, do we have the BKB complete? We do have the Vanguard, of course, that we saw picked up by the Undying. And this, of course, is going to be Yules. No, what's that? Is he really? Necronomicon, power shot's going through, pipe is going up. Kinetic field though, locking in some people. Static storm could be placed on top of it if they want to fight it. No, they don't. Wards being placed there as well. A lot of damage being done to this Chaos Knight, who is gonna be getting a mechanism charge, but already his age is now gone, and that is the Static storm still being placed. Wisp and Sven doing a lot of damage. There's a shackle though. BKB up on the Shadow Shaman, but those right clicks still will go through BKB. Reality Rift in, and it is the Shadow Shaman that dies. Jakiro that dies. They do pick up the Sven and the Wisp, as well as the Venomancer. Now buyback from the Sven with a triple kill for the Chaos Knight. That was the first one to go down. Gets stunned though. Will probably still go down. There he goes. Sven picks him up. Worthy buyback for him. Tier 3 tower still drops, and now the Undying taking a lot of damage. Is gonna be getting home safely. No, let's glimpse back. Is there gonna be an extra stun? No, he TP's out. But that is exactly what I meant. I mean, yes, they get the tier 3, but they lost so much in return. And Sven now being closer to his BKB, and this means they might get something extra in return. Necronomicon now completed up on the Keeper of the Light, and this is as I said, this could be the start of the end for Fota. We're gonna have to check out the gold graph. Why is my camera moving this? Okay, thank you. The thing about the gold graph right now, what we have to see is if it's being kept even, it will be in favor of WhA. The longer it's being kept even, the more they're getting ahead. That's how it sounds crazy, but it's actually true with percentages and stuff. I have been told that. Experience graph shows it a bit more clear, of course. They just got 3 kills on heroes that are higher level than them, and they just got a lot of experience from that. 2,500 experience still in favor of Fota, and they're just gonna go again. They're not gonna give WhA any peace of mind. Pipe is up again. Kinetic field still locks some in. They just want to go for these barracks. There's gonna be no Phantasm this time. BKBs are still up again though. BKB not up, is actually up on the Sven, so might be able to turn this fight around. There is a tombstone being placed. Shackle doesn't latch. Right clicks to go on this barracks. Is it gonna be enough though? Well, Gale still hits, slows to it there by the... Oh, BKB versus BKB! Look at the damage that Sven is doing! Amid the Mask of Madness on there, stun lands on the Undying. Look at those hits! It's just too much! Undying goes down, Chaos Knight goes down, Jakiro goes down. This is what I mean! This is what I mean! This could be WhA making a comeback, and they are making a comeback. This is a comeback! And this is WhA again being on even ground, and actually I think the gold graph will, this is the experience graph of course, gold graph will be dropping rather than staying even. And there's 4 more towers on the map for WhA to take down with that to get even. Or where are they going? Going bottom. No, that's 1 tower down. Fortification, but still have 6 seconds, so should be fine anyway. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, there it goes. But this is what was I saying? So there's now 3 towers on the map still left to be taken out. 3 towers in gold is like 4,500 gold if you translate it into including the last hits. So if we take that into account with the gold graph, there's basically only like 1.5k difference in gold, and that's really not a lot for this stage of the game. So in that sense we can call it even. I say 3 towers ahead, but this tower of course also dropped, so that's even more gold for WhA in the end. And that is 4 towers in total, and 4 towers make 6k, and hey, what do you know? 6k. So that's something that is well, something that you can keep in mind. Looks like though, like they know what's going on right now. They know they have to get a successful push, but are they gonna get it though? Manta style being built up by the Chaos Knight. Do they have some extra new items? Not yet, as Undying doesn't have any new items just yet. We have got the Jakiro picking up a point booster, actually interesting to note. Shadow Shaman doesn't have any new items. Phantasm being used, sends his illusions to the barracks. Nice shackle on the Shadow Shaman, who can place wards again, will do it, sets them on the barracks. There's no fortification this time. Ice Pad, ledges on the Sven. No, he has a BKB. Chaos Knight already down. Jakiro down. Who is the next one? Keeper of the Light down. Barracks though, down. And that is worth it. Even though, is it worth it for heroes going down? The only one surviving is actually the Shadow Shaman, who was able to TP out. Is this worth it? It might be. I am not sure. It might be. This is what I said, banging your heads against the wall, and sometimes the wall won't budge. It budges slightly with the barracks going down. But WhA, I mean, this Sven, he is getting kills like crazy right now.
Double damage.
And he is hitting like a truck. So I'm kind of thinking right now, the reason why I stay quiet, is it enough? Because I always compare Chaos Knight a bit to the Sven, as in the way they work. Chaos Knight hits like a truck. There's also a hero that wants to have a BKB. But as we just saw, I mean, look at the HP. It's actually not, I mean, he's got almost 2k HP, but Sven just hacked through it like it was nothing, like it was butter. And he has got crits, he's got the Mask of Madness, he got the recipe for the Deadless, he got his Deadless complete even, because he can pick up his last item now as well, even though he can't, in theory, because he doesn't have an inventory slot, so he has to send a courier to do it. But Unicorn, is really starting to look really dangerous. And if they can shut him down in time, I mean, the duration of the BKB, of course, it gets less and it gets used every single time, but still 8 seconds, and in those 8 seconds, we've seen him picking up the Jakiro. That is actually a very important hero to pick off, because Jakiro is the one that lands the ice path. If you're no longer in the BKB and you're fighting against a Jakiro, that's the most annoying thing ever because of those ice paths. And of course, the Shadow Shaman, the one that is basically entirely countered by the BKB, at least for as far as his disables goes. He's getting picked up so fast as well, and since his BKB, he doesn't have any new items just yet. Does have 2300 gold, but look at the net worth, 5k higher than the highest, the second highest for this Sven. It's risky. And we do see Fota being careful. What do they want to do? Do they want to continue fighting, get some new items up? They just fed this Sven, of course, in the last team fight a lot, and they know it too. So they know they probably have to need some more items themselves as well before going in again. But the longer they wait, the bigger that Sven gets. And one barracks down is probably meaning that they have to start pushing onto a next tower. But then imagine that they do the exact same thing as the last tower. They used 3 push-ins to take this down. Had basically a kind of a team wipe for all 3. At least lost 4 heroes or more. They had some buybacks, but is that worth it if they still do it? Oh, they're gonna find some people with this smoke. BKB up on the Shadow Shaman. There's a tombstone. Oh, that is horrible. Look at that, undying Chaos Knight this Sven. And 1, 2 hits. Keeper of the Light goes down. Monster go. What the fuck? Indeed. Galim's back. Chaos for Shadow Shaman. You're dead. What did I tell you? I can't even cast because he kills heroes too fast. 2 crits, 3 crits, with the overpower from the Wisp, extra attack speed, with the Mask of Madness, with the BKB. It is just so much. Level 20 now, and now almost 10k in favor, and 10k more HP gold up on him than on the second highest, which is actually the Shadow Shaman, not even the Chaos Knight, which you want it to be if you're on the Radiant side. It started out so well for Fota, but that Sven is just too much. And the gold graph dipping towards favoritism for realization now, 2.5k. 20k experience. This is just BAM! Team fight up on team fight up on team fight. And that is part of the reason, by the way, why Shadow Shaman kind of fell out of favor. Because when his enemies get BKBs up... Oh, hello, look at that! How many hits? Did he just have a 1400 crit? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He has a double kill. Is he gonna get more? It's gonna be Jakiro that's on the run. Glimpse back from the Shadow Shaman. Got knocked out Lex inside the kinetic field. Will be able to back out. Gets glimpse again. Can blink again. Nice ice pad. Blinks actually to the Disruptor, and that's gonna be Disruptor going down. It's still gonna be at the backside that Keeper of Undying going down. Triple kill for Unicorn. They at least get something, but it's not enough. Nice one, Venomancer. Can he not go out? No, he cannot. Okay, that's a shame. He does have a TP scroll though. Yeah, I will use it as well. But I was saying Shadow Shaman fell kind of out of favor because you can counter him so easily with a BKB. And right now that's exactly what happens. BKB and a Hyperstone. This Sven is just... Oi, 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 oi. He doesn't even need to be afraid of other people. Oh, look, Wisp actually picked up the Venomancer. That's nice. We saw him TPing out by himself and he brought back the Venomancer, and he's gonna pop his BKB. Hello, Keeper of the Light. Bye, Keeper of the Light. Phantasma by Chaos Knight, and I think this... I would not be surprised if we see GG being called. Nice Shackle though, a nice War Trap on RMC still, but is it gonna be enough? No, it's not. Ice Path, this time BKB on cooldown. Dual Breath going through, Tower still going down. Nice hero indeed. God Strength being used. Of course, God Strength is the one that is buffed in the last patch. Macropire, Ice Pet, got lock on Crydasia, but not gonna be enough. Mechanism being used, and now Jakiro already going down. Triple kill, and that's 2 shots-ing of the tombstone. And they can just continue going. They don't have to back off. Bam! You're dead. Barracks, dead. And this barracks down. Okay, it was not enough. Just saying. We're picking up the Vladimir's offering. And Sven just goes to work on the tier 3 tower. Assault Caress complete. 5k gold in his bags. And who can stop him? Everybody that walks into him just dies in 2 hits. It's okay, sorry. Chaos Knight dies in 3 or 4 hits. Ooh, 4 staff aggressive, undying. Is he gonna go down? Probably. Mechanism being used. Actually, he's still alive. Power shot. BKB activated. He's gonna turn on creeps instead. Undying still alive. Ice Pet though. Latches in its fan. They wanna go for this 2-second stun. Dual breath. Shackle. No BKB for you. And they will bring him down, but he had the Aegis. Can they do it again? There is a chicken up. They can try. There is a 2-second stun. Ice Pet still just chicken up on there as well. Lands a stun. Oh, that is a 2-shot. And he turns around. He wants to go for more. Warcry up. Nivilium is gonna go down. Bam, you're dead. Is he gonna get more? Ultra kill. 1 hero left alive. It's the Keeper of the Light. They're gonna play hide and seek with the throne. Look at him. He wants to get a rampage. He's not gonna get a rampage though. He doesn't care about towers apparently. Oh, rampage still for Unicorn. Holy cow. 1 shot, and he's just gonna backdoor this like a boss. And GG, of course, already went out, but this Sven just totally turned the game around. What an entertaining match. It looked so good for Fota, but we as Asian, they take home the title of the 14th 4PL Cup. Very, very nice game to watch indeed. The disconnects go out. And they will take home the 400 euros of the winner takes it all prize for this cup, of course. This was the finals. It was the best out of 3. We as Asian took game number 1 in very convincing fashion. And in the end, I guess game 2 also was very convincing. If you don't find this Sven convincing, then what do you find convincing? But the start was a bit hard, as Fota looked good with pushing down all those towers early on. But Sven is just able to turn stuff around, and there goes the throne. So my name is Sheever. I'm a Ghost of Gamers caster. And if you want to support me, please subscribe to my YouTube, youtube.com/SheeverGaming. And this was the last game for me tonight. Yes. If you want to support 4PL, by the way, which you do, because we want to have more of these cups. We want to support them to be able to also get the bigger teams there, and maybe get an invitational at some point. Show them that you are interested in that. Show them or give them something to show to the sponsors. So like them on Facebook, facebook.com/4pl.dota2. Go like them there, and that will be the you know, the numbers that you can show sponsors and stuff. So definitely go like them on Facebook. It's really helpful. Don't underestimate what those numbers can do, please. As I say that every time, but I don't think a lot of people know that, so I just say it again. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm gonna switch overlays. I'm gonna be checking out what to do next, if I'm gonna play or if I'm gonna watch Dota. Difficult choice though. Anyway, be right back.